I 25 female cheated on my boyfriend 24 for money and he walked in on it. Before I start, this will be a long post. I don't know who else to talk to. I realize you all will severely judge me, but I would prefer strangers over the internet to judge me and give me advice. I have been with my boyfriend for 6 years. We have had immensely troubling times and it has been rocky, but we always managed to find our way back to each other. I have never cheated on him the whole 6 years. Hess left me for other girls. Lied to me. Stole from me. And I still stayed by his side through it all because he has always showed me that I matter more no matter what. He is a good man who has a broken past and we both did, and I think that's what really attracted us to each other in the first place. When I started having feelings for him, he had just gotten out of a relationship, and while that was going on, he and I had became friends through mutual friends. He never was my type, but I saw how this girl sat and treated him the whole relationship and the talks we would have, and I realized I wanted to be the girl who he can trust and love him without ever feeling like my love wasn't enough. I became so attracted and into him, he was all I could think about. He was hesitant at first because of his past relationships, but I earned his trust and love, and over time we became even more closer. What followed after the first year of us being together was nothing but lies, deceit and betrayal from him. He left me for 2 other girls over the course of 2 years. I would always find messages from other girls in his phone. And I would still stupidly stay and still remain faithful and loyal to him. Just chalking it up to Hess young and hurt, and if I stay and always be there no matter what, he will see that I am the only girl he will ever need in his life. I let way too much go on for so long that in a sense I too had ruined our relationship from the beginning. I should have walked away. I shouldn't have gone back to him each time he asked, and I should have made him chase me and show and prove to me that he deserved me. But when you're in love, you do stupid things for the people you love, no matter how low and terrible the things you can do. My boyfriend loved me but was dealing with many mental issues that he chose to never talk to me about. I developed an attitude after the second time he left me. He didn't even leave me, just had a girl on the side. I never knew what was going on until it was too late. I felt betrayed, angry, hurt all over again, everything I dealt with before. When he finally cut it off with her and we were back together, my attitude worsened. He was doing everything right and was immensely faithful to me and went out of his way to be better, but we never talked about our issues and we would cover up the pain with I love yous and countless passionate sex. I still thought about the girls he was with, the texts I've came across over the years. I was miserable, but I love him so ducking much I couldn't stand the thought of losing him. This isn't about if he just makes me comfortable. It's about how he makes me feel. The indescribable feeling you get when you're around someone. So I stayed. Flash forward to December of 2019. The whole year he was severely depressed and I had no idea. He didn't say anything to me for fear of disturbing the peace of our relationship. So in turn we fought and argued. We had moved into a place and weren't doing well at all. We ended up moving out at the end of our lease and going to stay with his parents for a little. He was being more secretive and the warning signs flared up. I became crazy until one night I decided to go through his phone while sleeping. What I found ripped me to my core. He had hit up escorts, although I never found anything saying he met with them, and he never did. It was more of a fetish thing he was into, and many girls again. I was crushed. What crushed me more was the escort thing. Why the duck are you hitting up escorts when I am right here? I held myself together well. Even when we argued, I was so calm and still took him back just like all the other times. I realized that this wasn't the man I fell in love with though. I slowly felt myself feeling far away from him and noticing that I didn't know how I felt anymore. We just moved into an apartment this year in February. We have been here for a month now. And I completely ducked up. We were supposed to go on a trip to Chicago. We live in Indiana, and he told me before he went to work we were short on some gas, so he may have to make up for it at work. I completely lost it in my mind. I had no money because we had just finished paying our bills. Rent, electric, phone bills, and groceries, and I didn't have anything to contribute to him. Just the previous week he barely had money to pay me back for the previous rent, and that freaked me out. My man is barely getting by and I have nothing to contribute. What the hell is wrong with me? That's all I could think about. Then I started looking and thinking of ways to make money. And my mind flashed to the escorts in my phone. I was naive and had done research about in-call bullshit because I had no idea what it meant. Seeing that shit in my boyfriend's phone and seeing how easy it was for these hoes to get a quick ducking $100 or even entertain the thought with my boyfriend. I was just so stupidly curious. Why does he like that? Is there something that just attracts people to that shit? I thought. Is that what he wants me to be? An escort. I would do anything for him. I changed my hairstyle for him because of a way he liked it. I changed what I used to wear to look more sexy for him. Everything you can think of, I did it. And something went off in my brain and I decided that the easiest way to do it was to entertain some stupid stranger. And my boyfriend walked in on it. The pain and guilt that I have been carrying since that day. The face that my boyfriend made when he saw me, the utter heartbreak of energy I felt from him will stay with me for eternity. I ducked up so bad. This isn't a post where I look for sympathy or tell you I cheated because he cheated, because it's not. I feel like my organs have been removed from my body. And the most important thing is I feel so ducking dirty. In a way, I am very relieved and happy that my boyfriend walked in when he did to stop me from making the biggest mistake of my life. I planned to tell him after because during all I could think of was him. And I still did it. I was desperate. I wanted to see the smile my man had when I showed him I had money to contribute. I just didn't think of the way I disrespected myself, him, and our relationship to get it. And he still took me back. He still loves me. Has been so calming and I can't even believe it. In a way, he has realized how much more he loves me. We didn't talk for almost 3 days. He went to work and came home to me crying in our room and stayed in our game room. When he finally talked to me, he told me that he loved me. And it made me feel so much more guilty. He explained to me how Hess thought of all the terrible things Hess done to me and our relationship and all the chances I gave him. We talked for hours. Before we knew it, it was 2 a.m. We had started talking at 12 p.m. I expressed to him how much I generally love him and that this was not an intimacy thing or emotional thing. I am guilty for committing this terrible sin and I will wear this shame with me for the rest of my life. I don't care what my boyfriend will ever think. I cheated on him to help us and I am a whore. Some days I can't stand to look at him because my love surges so strong for him, and to look at that face of his smiling back at me, but seeing the pain in his eyes, it makes it almost unbearable. Now we have a crazy relationship. And I don't know how he forgave me, especially after walking in on me like that. He is so much stronger than I thought I knew. So much stronger and mature and wiser. If this has done anything to us, it has made us stronger. He listens to me more intently now. He shows me off. He brings me food to my work when I start hysterically texting him I am sorry and feel helpless and worthless with WHT I did to him. I don't know what changed in him, but Hess making me feel like I am the only girl in the world, and to be honest, that's all I wanted. I never thought about leaving him. Leaving him for someone else. Or even trying to talk to someone else. What I did was a blip in judgment, and I so very bad wanted to help us. I went to great desperate lengths to achieve it, and for that I will always carry and be honest with what I did. But my boyfriend has been able to freaking carry us through this, and it makes me feel so much more attracted to him, and I will never do that to us or him again. I never planned on doing that again. I hated the whole ordeal. Once the money was in my hands, I realized what I had to do and what would happen if I pissed this stranger off. I should have never put myself in this position. And my boyfriend has lifted me up, then make me feel so low like he should be doing. I saw those whores in his phone and thought that's what he wanted, and if that's what he wanted, I could be a whore for him. I love my boyfriend so much. I will forever be sorry and in his debt that he even remotely took me back and is being so strong about this, because I don't deserve him. No matter what he had done to me, he didn't deserve to see that. God, I feel so awful. I am sorry for the long post, but please feel free to tell me how much of a piece of shit I am, because believe me, I know it. My boyfriend could have thrown me out, but he didn't. He could have hurt me and he didn't. You all will probably think I am crazy, but this has made me realize how madly in love I am with him and will be there for better or worse. This man is my soulmate, and I will literally dedicate myself to make this man happy for the rest of his life. Like I said, feel free to leave any judgments. I realize that some of you would have never forgave me for what I did. You will say we're so toxic for each other that there is no way in hell we should be together. That I let the relationship drag on so long. And I agree with all of you. I am a whore. I am untrustful. I am a piece of literal shit. But I haven't stopped loving my boyfriend through it all, no matter what he did or I did. I am really not sure my guilt will ever leave me though, no matter how much he forgives me. And no matter how much what I did was out of love and thinking of him, as I disrespected the hell out of our relationship and broke the core. What should I do? Even if he forgives me and is 100% committed to working on us. Thank you for reading. My prescription line breaks. A lot of them. What are you saying? We should go out separate ways. No. I am asking in an offhand way to break up your wall of text so it is easier to read. That's all. That space between the last sentence and this one is a line break. You will say we're so toxic for each other that Therese, no way in hell we should be together. Well, you said that before anyone else had a chance to. So, you have an inkling that this doesn't sound healthy. If a friend of yours said her man left her for 2 other women, has multiple women texting him, he has sex with hookers. So, in order to keep him, she turned a trick and got caught. And now she's grateful he's not leaving her. What would you tell her? At the end of the day, it's up to you two how you proceed. But you probably need to sit face to face with someone objective. I would honestly tell her it sounds like you guys don't love each other. I wasn't saying it as in I believe that we are, but I know you subconsciously say things that you have thought about. But you are completely right. On the outside looking in, I would probably tell my friend that I am hugely disappointed in her and that the relationship sounds like it's too deep to save. You deserve to be happy. It seems like you both have serious issues and a heavy past. You are so young. Please be safe. From your post, your heart seems to be in the right place. But you and him will be different people in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Life isn't linear and you deserve to be happy. Good people make mistakes all the time. Please don't beat yourself up over this. You're just getting started as an adult. Find the stuff that is truly important and set some goals and start chipping away. You have your entire life ahead of you. Wishing you the best. God, I am crying over your words. I am so regretful of this stupid decision. Like I said, I have no idea how, but this has made him love me more and realize how I've been here every day for 6 years loving him. He has done a complete 180 to match what I was bringing. It's like I am in love with a better and mature man. I have no idea why he responded to the situation like this, but I believe it's true when they say you don't realize what you have until it's gone or almost gone. You did it only one time. One time, and the only time, I swear. If it was only one time, then it's not a big deal. You regretted it. He forgave you and you moved on. Good luck in the future. We both agreed that we need to go to therapy together. If we come out of therapy with the decision we shouldn't be together, then that's what we will do. How much money did you get from that? Also, next time just go to a temp service or get a payday loan. Not shit, I cheated on him for $70. In hindsight, I was going to finesse this guy and just kick him out, but then he came and I had the money in my hands, and in my head I was like, duck, yes, like I have money to give to my boyfriend for this trip, and then he wouldn't leave. My mind was terrified because I realized I had a stranger in my house and he could hurt me if I didn't do what he wanted. I panicked and did it because I was so scared. That's what my boyfriend is most mad about. That I put myself in a position where I could have been hurt, and I am so stupid. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to our channel.